So, let's prepare to do the first trial in this game. Well, as first, it's important to look at our evidence. We must look at our court record. The map, I can't really look at the map, but look at our truth bullets. First, we have the Monokuma file number 1 as a firework. I don't know if you heard that, but the firework, just blows up outside my window. God damn it, stop shooting fireworks. Literally in the middle of the day, by the way. It's like, why? I guess people don't. I guess it's because people don't have anything to do. It's freaking. So they just shoot fireworks in the backyard. Anyway, Monokuma file number 1. Victim was Saika Mizuno. Okay. The victim was Saika Mizuno. The time of death is estimated to be around 1:30 a.m. The body was discovered in Makoto's room in the dormitory. The death took place in the bathroom. The cause of death was a stab wound to the abdomen, and her right wrist appears to have been fractured. Okay, so that's the autopsy report. Next one. Evidence of a struggle. There were a number of scratches and gouges on the bed and walls in Makoto's room. Alright, so there was some kind of fight in our room. A replica sword. Makoto took this on the gym entryway and put it in his room. The sword was found out of a sheath on the floor in the middle of the room. The sword handle was missing some of the gold coating as was part of the blade. So remember, we gave this to Saika in the first place, and that's why. Or rather, we didn't give it to her, actually. We took it ourselves, as she suggested it, actually, as like a self-defense thing or whatever. So we put it in our room, but then we switched rooms and everything, so it was in the same room that she was in. But it appears to have been used. Somebody touched it, and the sheath was also found in the middle room as well. And which is this thing? Replica sword sheath. Took this from the gym entry room, put it in his room. She was found some distance from the sword, and shows evidence of being scratched by a sharp object, so it's roughly handled, maybe. On the night of the murder, Makoto and Saika traded rooms and room keys. When the victim was discovered, Makoto's room key was also found in Makoto's room. Saika had originally asked Makoto to switch with her when someone attempted to force her away into her room, and she became frightened. So the whole room thing is probably important because that, might indicate like whoever broke in or whatever, Saika, Mizuno, they shared rooms and room keys. A toolkit had been placed in Makoto's room before he arrived. It remains unopened. There's no evidence of it having been used. All the other male students claim that they haven't used theirs either, but still. Makoto's room's cleanliness. Not a single hair was found on the floor at the scene of the crime. In addition, the lint roller used shows evidence of being used. There's no hair in the room. Somebody used the lint roller to clean the hair for some reason. Saika's right wrist had been fractured. Her wrist was glittery at the injury's location. In addition, her hands appear to be completely clean, except for the index finger of her left hand, which had some blood on it, right? So again, her wrist was, for whatever reason, attacked, and there's some glitter on it. I mean, connect the dots, whatever had something glittery, did the injury, and she also has some blood on her finger, assuming she used it for something. I mean, kind of stating obvious, but and this is important. You gotta review the clues, right, before the trial. A series of numbers have been written in the blood on Makoto's bathroom wall, 11037. It is assumed that Saika wrote these numbers while leaned up against the wall as she lay dying. Dying message. Bathroom door frame. Makoto's bathroom door was difficult to open due to it not quite fitting in the door frame properly. The only two people who knew the trick to open it were Makoto, the room's owner, and Saika, the victim. Alright, so there's a trick to opening the door. It was unique to his room, actually. Nobody else knew that it was the case except those two. In addition to that, Makoto's bathroom doorknob had also been broken. The screws holding it in place had all been partially or completely removed, which is quite suspicious if you consider the toolkit, but we'll see. The nameplates on the doors to Saika's Makoto's rooms were apparently switched at some point as well. So that wasn't part of the plan. We switched rooms, we switched keys, but we didn't switch nameplates, did we? So somebody else did that, for some reason. There's also the kitchen knife set. The kitchen in the dining hall had a set of kitchen knives. Apparently one of the knives have gone missing. Oh, we kind of know where that went, And then also Ao's testimony. The knife from the kitchen went missing while Aoi was in the dining hall. Aoi swears that Makoto did not come to the dining hall at any point while she was in there. So she was there like after the day of the murder, but also, or was it? I guess she was in the day. Was she? Did she say that? Yeah, I think she was. She said in the morning, whatever, in the day of the murder, whatever. I'm entirely sure. Anyway, but yeah, this is just a testimony to say that Makoto did not go to the dining hall at all, which is important, you know. And there's also trash duties. Apparently, the trash room within the school is blocked off by a sturdy gate that can only be opened with a trash room key. The incinerator can be activated via a switch on the machine. Hifumi was on the cleaning duty and claims that the last time he saw the incinerator, it was off. However, when Makoto checked it after the incident, the incinerator was in fact on. The distance from the gate to the incinerator is roughly 30 feet. Alright. Interesting, you know, to know. A piece of burnt clothing was found next to the incinerator in the trash room. It's apparently part of a shirt cuff, has a noticeable blood stain on it, so that's suspicious as well. Somebody tried to like burn some evidence. And shards of glass were found next to the incinerator in the trash room. As it turns out, the glass ball would have fit comfortably in the palm of a person's hand. There you go. That's all the evidence. That's all the truth we have gathered, and that's all we have. Also presents. I don't know, this is not relevant. Coca-Cola! Just drink some cola real quick before the trial. Report card. It's just people, really. I think we saw that already. Regulations, the rule system. Can I save real quick? I'm gonna save again, real quick, just in case. Transcript, options. Get the options real quick. Actually, can I? Okay, voice volume's already max. Okay, so I want to make sure that you can hear the voices. All right, there you go. We have reviewed everything. You know, it's like review time right before the big test, right? A set of skills. We did get something actually. We got like Sayaka's skill or whatever. So this is like somewhat related. It's not super important, I think, but it gives you some extra, I guess, bonuses when you like, you know, get these certain skills by talking to people and like during the dating sim aspect, I think. So this one increases damage to opponent when a statement is destroyed, affected during the bullet time battle. What does that mean? I don't. Well, I do know, but like at this point in time, nobody. You don't know. Like, you don't know what that means at all. We can put it on anyway, right? They didn't explain any of that yet. This is still the tutorial, by the way. But yeah, let's go. Finish preparations. Oh, there's a little message at the bottom too. What's this? That's really Monokuma mentioned. Get more do sweep away. Also, why is it? It's weirdly like. It's supposed to go. I don't know why. Why was it like kind of like? Is it just me? Like it wasn't very smooth. You know, it was kind of rough. It was like just like as if the game was stuttering or something. Anyway, let's just go. Yeah. All right. Here's the real Danganronpa. All right. And there's also going to be a lot of voice acting, so I'm probably not going to, read a lot of stuff, really, or any, I think. I think this is when the game is actually just fully voiced, you know? Anyway. Click. Alright, click. Hello, Acorn, by the way. Just doing the first trial, the murder trial of whoever killed Sayaka, I guess. It's your first time hearing the trial in Japanese? That's interesting. Because I said before, but I did play this game originally in Japanese, so this is actually, you know, what I'm used to, you know. Now, of course, I stick to Japanese, even though I'm replaying the game. I don't know. I'm so used to the Japanese voices, you know. I just connect them with the actual characters. When I think of the characters, I just think of them in Japanese. I like the voices, you know. I like all the voices, of course, because I'm just a big weeb, I guess. Anyway.
ないよ。最大16人収容可能な裁判所っていうだけ。
16 people, eh? You appear on screen? Oh yeah, I'm, again, I kind of like compromised. I didn't want to like put like a big like chat, like any kind of like weird stream overlay I didn't really like, because I didn't like too much like, I don't know, a lot of people do that, but it just looks kind of tacky to me, just put so much like big giant like with like a bit like bit glass or whatever, and it's like too many stuff going on the screen. I'd rather just like focus on the game. But I'm thinking like sometimes when I put this stuff on YouTube, sometimes I like respond to things and people don't actually see. Unless you watch the VOD on Twitch, then you see the chat. But if you just watch it on YouTube, you don't see anything. So I was thinking like maybe I would have like a small little overlay, just a small. I think I got it. It's a what do you call it? A widget, I guess, from Streamlabs or whatever. I don't really use Streamlabs OBS, but you can use the normal like widget on top of the normal OBS. But anyway, rambling. But that's why I have the little chat overlay. Anyway. Let's start. Let's do the trial. Woo! Yep, it's gonna be on the YouTube. You're gonna see this. I don't know. I think like I didn't want like a big chat thing, and also I the way I did it, I make sure the messages kind of like disappear after like about like 5 seconds or whatever. I don't want to like have like old messages in the middle of the screen and everything again. Like I just want to it's like a compromise. Just like a little bit, not too much, not too like distracting, I guess is the idea. Anyway, it's about to begin. The debate to decide who we think the killer is. Okay, so I guess I'll read a little bit, because sometimes Naegi is just thinking to himself. That's not voice acted. Anything I found, anything I noticed, I have to be ready to speak up about everything, because this isn't just about me. Everyone's lives are on the line. Narrator. Your first non-tape debate is about to begin. Would you like to hear more? Sure thing. I probably need a reminder after like 10 years, because I have 10 years have gone since the first time I went through this. So as things progress during each class trial, we've engaged in a number of non-stop debates. During these discussions, characters will speak one after another without pause. It's up to you to unearth any lies or contradictions buried within their statements. What this means is that you'll have to use your truth bullets to refute what they say. Any relevant truth bullets you found during your investigation will be loaded into the truth cylinder. Use the mouse to aim, then fire with the left mouse button. Okay, that's kind of weird, because obviously on the PSP, you didn't have like a mouse. So it's kind of funny. It's like a first-person shooter. Wow. Pay close attention to each character's statements and use your truth bullets to blast the right ones. Note that if you run out of time, you will automatically fail, so please be careful. If you press the escape key during these arguments, you can review the controls. Well then, good luck and have fun. Alright, so here's the probably the best part of Danganronpa. It really is, like, I always praise this, I'm basically like, I don't know what you call it, I'm simping for this mechanic, basically. So it's basically like, it's like Phoenix Wright, basically, like people talk and everything, and you gotta like hit the right clue, or rather hit the right statement with the right clue, and then, find the truth or whatever, It really is like yelling objection like Phoenix Wright. And what's so great about it is like it's like an integration between the actual gameplay and the story itself. It kind of fits, right? I really like it. I wish every game does this, I guess. Or and then again, if every game does it, it'd be less unique, I guess. Anyway, I got one bullet now. Later, it'll get harder. I just have it on normal mode, I think, so it's not that hard. But later, it'll be harder. Anyway. First of all, I like to listen to everything, by the way. Well, there you go. It's super easy right now. Obviously, I know what to do, but usually I like to let the flow of the conversation go all the way to the end. There's a time limit and everything. It's not that hard though. The game is not that punishing. If you run out of time, you just restart, really. So yeah, it's not like it's like super hard or anything. However, I like to like see everything first and then do the thing. Anyway, something's off about what was just said. Because if Saika hadn't resisted at all, there's no explanation for what happened to my room. You're gonna abuse the chat? Well, I mean, I don't know. As long as it's relevant to what's going on, you can do whatever. You can chat all you want, really. That's fine. For this first debate, we'd like to take a quick sidebar. Oh, okay, this is the narrator again. If you're unable to spot or refute someone's lies or contradictions, the argument will repeat. When the group of statements somewhere appear in different colors, did you happen to notice? That represents a potential weak hole or potential hole in the person's statement, a possible weak spot. These weak spots reveal important, though not always inaccurate, sections of a person's statement. Your truth bullets are only effective against these weak spots, so when you see one coming up, take aim and fire, but only if you're sure it's actually wrong. You can also fast forward argument holding down the control key. Well then, good luck and have fun! Alright. Oh, another thing, by the way, it's kind of weird. I guess it's the same as the original version, but it's kind of weird that the cursor isn't really accurate. It kind of like moves around a little bit, you know? You try to aim, but like it kind of like pushes you towards a particular direction, if that makes sense. Basically, it's not very accurate. Anyway. So first, you hit... So there was a surprise in the bathroom. There's no evidence of struggle? Well... Bam! それは違うよ. Yeah! Yeah! The famous... The famous それは違うよ. I guess in English he said like, you know, that's wrong or whatever, or that is wrong. It doesn't hit the same to me. I don't know. Maybe it's because I played the Japanese version first. Like to me, it's それは違うよ, you know? それは違うよ. You know, it's the same thing as objection, I guess, in Phoenix Wright. I don't know. It's just fun. It's fun to say. Anyway. Alright, so, okay, so, how he's locked, how his room looked.
あの部屋の状況からすると争いは間違いなくあったはずだよ。
争いって誰と誰の？も
ちろん前園さんと犯人もだよ。
じゃあ前園さんはシャワールームにいたところをいきなり襲われたわけじゃなくて。
Yeah, I guess Chihiro wouldn't know that because she, you know, didn't really investigate. She was in the gym room the entire time. So everything she knows is like she heard it from someone else.
おそらく最初に部屋で襲われ、その後シャワールームに逃げ込んだところで。
Oh, that could be a possibility too.
追ってきた犯人に殺されてしまったのでしょう。
現場を見ればすぐにわかることだ。わざわざ説明するまでもない。
So rude.
ごめんなさい。
じゃあ続きを始めっか。
では次は凶器の話だな。
なんだかそれっぽくなってきましたな。
If this is a real trial, I want my lawyer. You know, who's the super high school level lawyer? You know, did a character like that ever exist? Actually, that would just be Phoenix Wright, I guess. He just has spiky hair and a blue suit. No. We need to determine what was used to kill Sayaka. Yeah. Also, the music is great, by the way. I mean, again, I keep praising the music, but I like the music. All right, so we have one bullet. Yeah.
前園さやかを殺した凶器とは何だったんだ。
前園君の腹部に刺さっていた刃物。間違いない、あれが凶器だ。
犯人がナイフでぶっ刺しやがったんだ。そんなえげつねえことしやがる。
I mean, obviously, it's not just a random knife. Because the object was thrust into Sayaka's stomach, it was almost certainly a knife that disappeared from a certain location. So the sentence we need to destroy is the fact that, oh, it's just a random knife that you got somewhere. Nope, actually, we know where this knife came from. It came from the kitchen. Kablam! それは違うよ。
いや、あの刃物はナイフなんかじゃなくて厨房の包丁だったはずだよ。
あ？包丁だ？
包丁だ？
厨房にあった包丁が事件後に1本だけなくなってたんだ。
I believe that's an emoji, by the way. You know, 包丁. That's how you get the knife emoji. Anyway.
その包丁が凶器になったということか。
ああ、確かにそうかもしんねえな。あの女の腹に刺さってた刃物。よく見ると包丁だな、こりゃ。
凶器が包丁っつうのは分かったけどさ、だからどうしたっての？つうかさ、結局のところ苗木が犯人なんだろ。
How does he do that, by the way? Meh. You know.
そうよ、現場は苗木の部屋だったのよ。これ以上の根拠はないじゃない。
ちょっと待ってよ、僕は。
その結論は議論を進めた後で出しましょう。でないと学級裁判の意味がないわ。
けどこれ以上話し合ったってどうせ結論は変わんねえって。
いいえ、そんなことないわ。議論を続ければきっと突破口は見えてくる。
あ？突破口って？
She's right. There's gotta be a breakthrough somewhere just waiting for us to find it. Because I know damn well I'm not the killer. Well, there's a bit more to learn about non-stop debates. Would you like to hear more? Sure! You can concentrate by holding down the space key. Oh, okay. I didn't know what key it was. While you're concentrating, time will slow down so you can pay closer attention to what everyone is saying. On top of that, it'll steady your aim, making it easier to target potential weak spots. Concentrating like this consumes the focus gauge, and if this gauge empties, you can't concentrate. But the focus gauge will recover over time, so let your brain take a rest. No need to rush. Luck and it. Alright, narrator. Yeah, okay, this song is awesome. Do 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 do
確かに凶器は包丁みてえだけどさ、それがどうしたっての？
苗木が厨房から持ち出したんでしょ。食堂に誰もいない時にこっそりと。それで前園さやかを刺したのよ。
やっぱ苗木が犯人なんじゃん。
ふむふむ、これで決まり。エンドですな。
Yeah, we're guilty. Game over. Some way to prove I didn't take the knife. The person who was in the dining hall last night should be able to do it. Alright, so obviously we have Aoi's or Asahina's testimony, so we know that nobody went in and got the kitchen knife, or at least we didn't anyway. She didn't see us go there. Slow it down. Boom. Break.
待って、厨房から包丁を持ち出したのは僕じゃないんだ。
お次は犯人は僕じゃないかしら。言うだけならいくらでもできるわよ。
じゃあ証人がいるとしたら。
A witness? Crazy. In like a court trial?
朝比奈さん。だって朝比奈さんは言ってたよね。
I went to get some tea for the kitchen last night and all the knives were still there. When I finished the tea and went back to the kitchen to wash my glass, one of the knives were gone. So the knife disappeared while she was drinking tea in the dining hall.
包丁は朝比奈さんが食堂にいる間になくなったんだよね。
そうだよ。
その間僕は食堂に来た。
来なかったと思う。苗木は来なかったよ。絶対に。
He's so indignant, like, more. What do you say? I already forgot the word he said, but you know, he was like, really? It's like, if you're gonna give a testimony, then you need to be sure of yourself, you know, or something like that. That's what, you know, I feel like that's what he was saying in his mind.
包丁は朝比奈さんが食堂にいる間になくなった。その間僕は食堂には行ってない。つまり僕に包丁を持ち出せたはずがないんだ。
だったらこういう可能性はどう？そこの水山誠と苗木誠は共犯関係にあって嘘の証言をしているとか。水山か？っていうか、なんで私が共犯者なの？
ついでにそこのぬいぐるみに聞いておきたいんだが、共犯者が存在した場合はそいつも黒になるのか？
And this is an important rule, you know, if there's like more than one killer, how's that work?
では答えましょう。殺人の際、共犯者を味方につけることは可能ですが、 卒業できるのは実行犯である黒い1名のみです。
つまりいくら殺人を手伝ったところで共犯者は得しないのね。
じゃあ共犯者ってのはなさそうだな。
でも犯人がそのルールを知らなかっただけなのかもしれないし。
That is a good point, Chihiro. I like the face that she's making. Yum.
あー、めんどくさいな。もうないない。今回の事件に共犯者はいないんだよ。
Okay. No one's working together, apparently.
あ、言ってしまった。
Spoilers.
とにかく僕は食堂には行ってないし包丁なんて持ち出してないんだよ。だから僕は犯人なんかじゃないんだ。
だったら包丁を持ち出したのって誰なのかな。
食堂にずっといた朝比奈さんなら可能でしょうけど。
違う違う、私じゃないって。
それを証明する人物はいるのですかな。
昨日の夜食堂で紅茶を飲んでた時、私はずっとさくらちゃんと一緒だったんだよ。
念のために聞いとくけど、さくらちゃんって我だですよね。
Well, she was. Well, I guess in Japanese they say Sakura-chan. You know, chan. Usually, you say chan. Well, usually, but not always. But depending on the context, that refers to obviously like a cute girl or something. Yeah, I guess depends. But you know, Sakura-chan. So it sounds like like a cute girl. So like that's why he was asking. Sakura's who again? Sakura-chan? Like it's her. Anyway.
朝比奈っちとオーガのどっちかがこっそり包丁を持ち出したんじゃねえのか。
それはありえないよ。だって
あんたよ。昨晩我は朝比奈の部屋に泊まったのだ。
変な映像を見せられたせいで怖くなっちゃってさ、さくらちゃんに無理言って泊まってもらったんだ。だからそもそも私たちにはアリバイがあるんだって。泊まったって校則違反じゃない？
Does it? I don't know. Well, not really. The regulations say like you have to stay in a dorm room, but doesn't say anything about which dorm room, right?
個室以外で寝ることは禁止されてたけど、他人の個室で寝ることまでは禁止されてなかったから。だから問題ないってことなんじゃないかな。
問題ならある。不健全ではないか。男女が一つの部屋に泊まるなど。
But they're both girls, though.
我は女だが。
失礼した。
ですが食堂にいたあなた方でもないとなると、もう他の可能性は。
いや、まだ可能性はあるはずだ。そうだろう、朝比奈。
実はね、私たちが食堂にいる間、他にも一人だけ食堂に来た人がいるんだ。
なぜそれを先に言わん？
だってもうここにいない人だから。
Someone who's not here? Are you talking about?
舞園さやかちゃん、食堂に来たのは殺された彼女だよ。
Sayaka. Okay, so the person who took the knife from the kitchen was Monokuma. Ina. Yes, she took it. No, I mean Sayaka. I guess sometimes you get these decisions, I guess. You just gotta pick the right one. There you go.
これだ。じゃあ包丁を持ち出したのも舞園さん。
そうとしか考えられまい。それに今になって考えてみれば、あいつの言動は何か妙だった。食堂に来るなり、あいつは我らに見向きもせずに厨房へと入っていった。水を飲みに来ただけだと言っていたが、おそらくその時に。
では包丁を持ち出したのは被害者である舞園くん自身だったのか。
きっとご信用にしようと。
つまり 舞園は自分で持ち出した包丁を犯人に奪われ、それで殺されたんだな。
Yeah, she was just trying to like, you know, she had the katana, right? So she just wanted to dual wield, you know?
では、包丁を持ち出していないからといって容疑が晴れたとは言えないわけだ。
Hmm.
見なさい、やっぱりナイギが犯人なんじゃない。
だが違うんだって。
そうやって議論をねじ曲げ、一度間違った方へと誘導してるのか。恐ろしいスキルの持ち主よ。
Damn. If I don't do something, they're gonna blame me for the murder. Don't they understand? If they convict me, everyone's gonna die.
待って、ナイギ君を犯人だと決めつけるのはまだ早いんじゃないかしら。今回の犯人は部屋の持ち主ではありえない行動をとっていた。その行動の謎を解明しない限り、彼が犯人だとは言い切れないはずよ。
ありえない行動？なんだそりゃ。
なんでそれ？
現場となった部屋にはあって当然のものがなかった。ナイギ君、ここまで言えばわかるわね。
You know we're talking. You know what I'm talking about, right, Naegi? Huh? First, Hangman's Gambit is about to be. Would you like to hear more? Okay, so now, however, you know, in Danganronpa, this is not really my favorite part of Danganronpa. I mean, it's fine, but they also, on top of the mechanic that I do love, they also add like a bit of, you know, other extra stuff, like kind of like mini games, you know, on top of that, which I don't really like as much, but I guess it's okay. Sometimes it's a little weird, but I guess we'll see. Anyway, talking about Hangman's Gambit. As things advance further in the class trial, the Hangman's Gambit will eventually take place. The point of this is to reveal an important phrase related to the incident in question. You'll have to deduce the phrase from letters flying around the letters already known. Complete the phrase by shooting down the flying letters in the right order. Use the mouse to aim and press the left mouse button to shoot the desired letters. If you shoot down the wrong letters, you'll suffer damage. Oh no. If this gauge goes 0, you're out of time, you fail. Well then, good luck. And have fun. This is interesting. You have no idea what's happening. Yeah, if you've already missed, because I did. If you didn't know, I did stream this game earlier, actually. So I don't know if you missed the first part, but obviously there's a lot of context that you're missing if you didn't watch the first part. I've never played this game before, you know. It's really awesome game, by the way. So definitely, if you like it, check it out yourself, or you know, watch the first stream if you want. Anyway, but yeah. This is also gonna all go on YouTube as well. But anyway, something that should have been at the scene but wasn't. That must be the crucial point. If you just figure out what that something is. Yeah, so this part again, this little mini game. Sometimes it's like super easy. Other times it's like really like awkward. You know, I don't know what it is. I think it's because like sometimes obviously it's what do you call it? It's kind of weird like putting all the words in. You know, and it's English, but like originally the game was Japanese, so sometimes the meaning, you know, is translated a little bit weirdly. Anyway, what are we doing? So something that was there but now wasn't. It's H something I something. So you fill in the letters, you know, just like Hangman, right? I think I know. Okay, I think it's A and waiting for one letter. So this is kind of an annoying part. You have to wait for the letter, but there you go. Hair. Something that was there that wasn't here now is hair, right? There's a bunch of hair in the room. That's gone. And that was kind of a weird sticking point, you know, when Kyokyo mentioned it. Well, not really. Then why would you leave the body there, you know?
彼女の痕跡を消すのが目的なら、髪の毛よりも死体そのものを何とかするはずよ。
一理やりますな。
だったらどうして髪の毛が落ちてなかったんだよ。
もちろん 犯人が掃除したからよ。自分がその部屋を訪れたという痕跡を消すためにね。そう、犯人が部屋の持ち主だとは考えられないのよ。
じゃあ苗木君は犯人じゃない？
そんな大事なことをたかが髪の毛だけで決めていいのか？
いいえ、苗木君が犯人じゃないって根拠は他にもあるわよ。
聞かせてもらおうか。
現場となったシャワールーム周辺の状況をよく思い出してみて。
Shower room. I guess, well, by the way, in Japanese, they say shower room instead of bathroom, I guess. Is it the same thing? I don't know. I mean, there's a shower in it, so I guess let's call it.
舞園さんは最初に部屋で襲われ、その後、シャワールームに逃げ込んだのよね。
犯人はその後を追ってシャワールームに入った。そこであの女を刺し殺したんだ。
Maybe Makoto's wearing a wig. Yeah, maybe that's true, yes.
その時犯人はすんなりとシャワールームに入れたのかしら。どういう意味ですか？犯人はシャワールームに入る際、かなり手こずったんじゃないかしら。その証拠だってはっきりと残っていたはずよ。苗木君、覚えているでしょう。
The killer struggled to get into the bathroom, and evidence that proves it is the object the killer broke. Alright, so, I mean, this is the part that gets a little hard too, when you have to like look through your entire court record to see everything. I mean, right now, obviously, this is like the first trial. It's like super easy, really. But I remember it gets a lot harder later on. I might not even remember all the answers, you know? But yeah, it's kind of hard to like figure out exactly what she wants, but, you know, or at least like later on. But right now, though, it's kind of obvious. So the thing that the thing that the killer broke anyway was the doorknob, because that was the thing we investigated with her when she mentioned it. So, これだ。
犯人が手こずった証拠ってシャワールームのドアノブのことだよね。
ドアノブがどうしたんだべ？
壊されてたんだよ。僕の部屋のシャワールームのドアノブがさ、ほら上の部分のネジが外れてドアノブが取れかかってるでしょ。
本当だ。どうしてドアノブなんかが。
I was gonna say, it's funny how like a few characters just don't know what's going on, because obviously the weird hair guy, you know, Yasuhiro, and also Chihiro, they didn't really do any investigating. But I guess maybe, you know, maybe there's a reason why, like writing wise, you know, because we gotta state some of the obvious facts, right, for some people to like you know really summarize what's going on and everything. You always have to have the audience surrogate, I guess, or maybe that's not the exact case, but you know, someone who just doesn't know what's going on at all, so the characters explain everything, I guess.
犯人がシャワールームの鍵を壊そうとしてドアノブごと外したのよ。これが苗木君が犯人と考えられない根拠。もう一つの部屋の持ち主ではありえない行動よ。
自分の部屋のドアを壊すはずねえってか？でも壊すしかねえんだったら壊すだろう。ありえねえってほどじゃねえだろ。
そう、まだわからないのね。だったらもう一度事件の流れを振り返ってみましょうか。
She's so smug.
そうすればきっとわかるはずよ。
So smug. Super smug. Look at that smug face. Kyokyo said it was a bewildering act. I almost didn't notice it at first, but is that a key point there? Well, there's a bit more to learn about non-stop debates. Would you like to hear more? Absolutely! From here on out, the number of weak spots will start going up. But no matter how many weak spots, there's essentially only one lie or contradiction in that debate. What I'm trying to say is, not all weak spots you see are necessarily false. Use the truth bullet on the wrong one, and not only will you fail to refute what they said, but you'll also lower your trust with everyone and influence your gauge, or rather, your gauge will take damage. Now, this is important because if your influence gauge reaches 0, you fail. You'll have to rely on your own logic to determine which weak spots are actually lies or contradictions. Well then, good luck and have fun! Woo! It's funny how they say logic. I'm really bad at logic actually in real life. Maybe that's why I like this gameplay, because I'm just dumb. So, normally like logic, I don't know, I'm not very good at abstract thinking. Maybe that's why I like this. Because it's easy for me enough to understand.
犯人はその後を追ってシャワールームに入ったんだな。
その時犯人がドアノブを壊したんだろう。シャワールームには鍵がかかってたからな。
そこで前園さんは犯人に追い詰められて、
しまいにゃ包丁で刺されちまったってわけか。
それを苗木がやったんでしょ。
Yes, I did it. I killed her.
決まりじゃない。
I murdered her really, really well. No, it's not because the door was locked. No, there's a different reason entirely. Can I look at the bullet actually? Is there a way to look at the bullet, I wonder? I can't remember. Oh, whatever. Oh, we already know. I already know what to use his bullet on because it's obvious. We know this from the very beginning, even before this whole thing happened. There's something weird about the door in our room. You know what it is? It's not locked. It's simply weirdly shaped.
僕の部屋のシャワールームが開かなかったのは鍵のせいじゃないんだよ。だってシャワールームに鍵がかかるのって女性の部屋だけだったはずでしょ。
そういえばそうだったな。
じゃあ苗木くんの部屋のシャワールームはどうして開かなかったの？
ドアの立て付けのせいなんだ。
は？ドアの立て付け？
僕の部屋のシャワールームはドアの立て付けが悪かったんだ。それはそこのモノクマが証人だよ。
その通りでございます。でも超高校級の幸運であるはずの苗木くんの部屋だけ立て付けが悪いなんて全然幸運じゃないし。
シャワールームのドアが開かなかったのは立て付けのせいだった。でも犯人はそれを鍵のせいだと勘違いした。だから
ですが犯人はどうして鍵がかかっているなんて勘違いをしたのでしょう。男子の部屋のシャワールームに鍵がかからないことは私たちの全員が知っているはずですけど。
犯人がそう勘違いしたのは現場に関する重要なことを知らなかったせいよ。
The killer was convinced the bathroom door was locked, so they didn't know what the door actually couldn't be locked. In other words, the important detail about the scene of the crime was that they didn't know was the crime took place in my room. Or her room? I think in my room. Because when they know the door was locked and everything, they could only have assumed that it was in the girl's room. You know, assuming they remember that, I guess. So they didn't know it was actually in Makoto's room in the first place.
犯人は現場が僕の部屋だったこと知らなかったのかも。
犯人が現場を知らないなんて前代未聞ですぞ。
Inconceivable!
でも当たってるわ。だけどもう少し正確に言えば犯人が知らなかったのは苗木くんと舞園さんが部屋を交換していた事実。そのせいで犯人は勘違いしてしまったのよ。舞園さんがいた部屋を彼女の部屋だとね。
だからシャワールームには鍵があると思い込み鍵を壊しにかかったのだな。
それが無意味な行動とも知らずにか。
最終的には力ずくで開けたのかひょんなことから開いたのかはわからないけど犯人は相当混乱したはずよ。結局ドアが開いた理由もわからずじまいでしょうし。
何にせよ実に回りくどい行動だ。ありもしないドアの鍵を壊そうとするとはな。
ドアが開かない理由を知っていた僕ならそんなことするはずないよね。
確かにそうかもしれんな。
じゃあ犯人って部屋の交換を知らなかった人なの？
I mean, that's everybody. Except, you know, the people who switch rooms.
鍵は当てはまらないじゃない。
That's what I've been trying to tell you.
だったら犯人は誰だっつんだ？
すまんが拙者はお手上げでござる。
Quit without saving.
このまま
Quick save.
犯人が決まらなかったら
Quick load.
どうなるの？
よし、とりあえず多数決で決めよう。
Ah, yes. Just vote right now.
とりあえずでいいんだ。
つうか、この状況ってやばくねえか？リアルな話、誰か何とかしてくんねえと。
どんな些細なことでも構いませんわ。どなたか疑問に感じていることはないのですか？
疑問ならあるよ。
あなたですか？
Oh, you. あなたですか？
なんで残念そうなの？
朝比奈くん、いいから話したまえ。
そうそう、そもそも犯人はどうやって苗木の部屋に入ったのかなって思ってさ。
なるほど。犯人が現場に入った方法か。
内園が部屋の鍵を落としてそれを犯人が拾ったんだろ。
そんなに都合よく落とすとは思えんが。
じゃあピッキングとか？
いや、鍵にはピッキング防止加工があったはずだ。
I mean, is that true? Really? It just says that, but
で
well, if you try hard enough.
犯人はもっと簡単に入ったのであります。つまり来訪者のふりをしてやってきた犯人を舞園さん自らが招き入れたのです。
いや、それはないよ。
ほう、随分と身の程知らずがいたもんですな。この僕に反論するとはね。
He's so confident all of a sudden.
もしもし、どうしてないって言い切れるんですか？
Alright, everyone, let's just vote. Just gamble. You're RNG, you know, the majority rules. Just like everybody just vote and then maybe we'll get the killer, no? Because she asked me to do something in particular because of how frightened she was. That's the answer right there. There's no way Saika let someone in because, well, I mean, remember in the story, the whole point of switching rooms was to like not, you know, let anybody in, right? How do I look at this? I think it was Saika originally asked Makoto to switch with her when somebody attempted to force their way in the room and she became frightened. So I think it's this one? I guess we'll see. これだ!
だって舞園さんは怯えていたんだよ。だからこそ僕に部屋の交換を頼んだんだ。
We already saw this, but you know, don't open the door for anyone. Don't open it. Haha.
そう言っていた彼女が自分から鍵を開けたとは考えられないよ。
彼女が怯えていたこと自体が嘘だったとしたら？
何？
何言ってんだよ。どうして彼女がそんな嘘を？
苗木君にとっては考えたくない可能性でしょう。これを見てもまだそう言える？
Oh, we didn't see this before. There's something I want to talk to you about, just us two. In 5 minutes, come see me in my room. Check the nameplates to make sure you don't get the wrong room, okay?
ある場所に置いてあったメモ帳の
Ah, yes.
一番上のページを鉛筆でこすってみたら
A classic trick, you know, when you write down something on like a notepad and like the indent, I guess, can be seen if you like shade over it, I guess. I don't know if that's a real thing though. Is that like a real thing? And a lot of like old detective movies, I feel like people do that, but I always see it as a cliche rather than a real thing. But anyway.
こんな字が浮かび上がったわ。
And also, I guess, I mean, it doesn't really work in the modern world, I feel like, because not a lot of people actually write down things anymore, I feel like. Everything's, you know, on the computer these days, or like on the phone. You text somebody, you know, you don't really like write it down on a piece of paper. Anyway. Drama. See, she even says it, right? It's just you see on like a show or something.
メモ帳の下のページに残された筆圧を鉛筆でこすって浮かび上がらせるんだよね。それを見た時に思ったもん。メモに字を書くときはメモ帳から破った後で書かないとって。古い手法だけど意外と古典も役に立つもの。
Okay, they're even lampshading it, you know? They're even saying that's a bit of a cliche, but it works, I guess.
ちなみにこのメモ帳が置いてあったのは苗木君の部屋のデスクの上に。 つまりこのメモを事件前に残せたのは大義君の部屋に入ったことのある人物だ
部屋の持ち主である苗木か昨晩だけ部屋を交換していたという埋蔵の
大義君、これはあなたが書いたものかしら？
Yes, I wrote it.
違うけど
そうでしょうね。このメモには舞園と読めるサインが
Oh, well, yeah, okay. Obviously. Then that note. Psycho wrote it. Oh, what? Oh.
どうして彼女がそんなメモを
Okay, sometimes I go into like reading mode, but I forget. Sometimes I forgot that everything's voice, so I have to read this.
彼女はある人物を呼び出そうとしていた。そこでこのメモを使ったんじゃないかしら。このメモを部屋のドアの隙間から入れることでその人物をこっそり呼び出そうとしたのよ。
超高校級のアイドルにそんな風に誘われた日には男子ならイチコロですな。
僕は二次元限定なんで関係ありませんがね。
Of course, of course, of course. You feel me? Of course. Everyone believes you.
そのメモで呼び出された人物なんて本当に存在するのでしょうか？
Keep reading? Yeah, but well, obviously, I like to like make sure if there's voice acting in the game, I wanna let them do the voice acting. I don't wanna like talk over them because I like it. I like listening to the voice acting myself too. You know.
存在するとしてもその人物が事件に関係しているとは思えませんわ。
どうして
聞いていただけますか？ではお話しして差し上げましょう。
Pay attention. All right. What does she have to say?
前園さんと苗木君は部屋を交換していたのです。ですがそのメモの呼び出し先には私の部屋とありますわよ。
そっか、そのメモで呼び出されたらその人は前園さんの部屋に行っちゃうんだ。
苗木君がいた前園さんの部屋にです。つまり呼び出された人物がいたとしても事件とは関係ないはずですわ。
なるほど、確かにそうかもしれんな。
Well, the killer went to my room instead of Sayaka's, and the reason for that is it has to be because of what got switched between my and Sayaka's rooms. I'm not sure which one to hit though. But obviously I'm trying to say like obviously the nameplates got switched. So the killer went to Sayaka's room, but it was actually Makoto's room. The voice gets slowed down.
僕の部屋と前園さんの部屋はネームプレートが交換されてたんだよ。
ネームプレートが？
そう、部屋の交換と同じようにね。そのせいで苗木君がいた前園さんの部屋は
So confusing.
誠のネームプレートになる。
I feel like, you know, you gotta switch the rooms and also switch the nameplates. And like, anyway.
前園さんがいた苗木君の部屋は前園さやかのネームプレートになっていたのよ。
It's hard to keep track.
つまり前園さやかのネームプレートの部屋には本当に前園がいたということ。
じゃあそのメモの通りに行動しても前園さんがいる苗木君の部屋には行けたんだね。しかも2人の部屋は隣同士。ネームプレートを入れ替えるのはうってつけだった。じゃあそれをやったのは誰なのかしらね。もちろん苗木君じゃないのよね。
そんじゃ誰がやったっつんだよ。
There's only one person who could have switched the nameplates. The only other person who knew we had switched the rooms. The killer? Well, we already established the killer didn't know. Me? Well, we're me. Or us? Makoto couldn't have done it because, you know, he didn't really have any reason to, really. So it has to be the only person that knew about the switch would be Sayaka herself.
これだ。そもそも部屋の交換を知ってたのは僕と前園さんだけなんだ。だからネームプレートの交換ができたのは僕以外には前園さんしかいないはずだよ。
そのことは彼女が残したメモの文面からも推測できるわね。
There's something I want to talk to you about. Just us two. Yeah, I already read this, but you know, check the nameplates. Don't get the wrong room.
彼女は呼び出した人物に対して部屋のネームプレートを確認しろと言っている。ネームプレートの入れ替えを知っていなければ書けない言葉よ。
でもどうして前園さんはネームプレートの交換なんかをしたの？
苗木くんとの部屋の交換を隠した上で自分のいる部屋に人を呼びたかったからよ。
部屋の交換を隠した上で人を呼ぶってそんなことして何の意味があんの？
Oh, by the way, that was weird. You know, Makoto said what? Maybe in the English dub, but in Japanese, he didn't say anything. Just nothing. Anyway.
それについて知るためには彼女がその人物を部屋に招き入れた後そこで何が起きたのかを知る必要があるわ。答えはそこにあるはずだから。
その後に起きたことか。おそらく前園君に呼び出された人物がそこで彼女に襲いかかり、なんと犯人が判明してしまったぞ。呼び出された人物が犯人なのだ。
そいつが誰かが問題なんだろうが。
あの部屋では最初に前園さんと犯人の争いがあったのですよね。もしやそこでの争いの中に先ほどの問いの答えがあるのではないですか？
ええ、その通りよ。
じゃあそこでどんな争いがあったのかをはっきりさせればいいんだね。
そういえばあの現場には模擬刀が落ちていたな。あれはそこでの争いに使われたものではないのか。
そういやあれって何なんだ？
前園さんに勧められて僕が護身用に持って帰ったものなんだけど、きっと犯人はあの模擬刀で前園さんの右手首を骨折させたんだよ。
前園の骨折が模擬刀のせいって、なんでそんなことがわかんの？
So incredulous. Well, the reason I know Sayaka's wrist is broken with the fake sword is because when you look at her wrist, there's no doubt. Yeah, if you look at the Monokuma file, I think is it saying actually? Well, not that actually. Hold on. What is it? Which one is it? It's the one with her wrist. Yeah, right here. Yeah, okay, this one. The fracture that her wrist was glittery at the injury's location. I mean, it's kind of obvious. And where else would she have that glittery substance on her wrist? Like maybe she ate something with mustard? Maybe, I don't know. No, it's the sword, I guess.
それは骨折した前園さんの右手首を見ればわかるはずだよ。右手首の腫れている部分に何かキラキラしたものがついてたでしょ。
もしかして金箔？
あの模擬刀の金箔だよ。あの金箔って少し触っただけでもすぐ手についちゃうんだけど、それが前園さんの手首についてたってことはさ。
そこに模擬刀の打撃を受けたからだな。
なるほどなるほど、真相に近づいてきた気がしますな。
よっしゃ、じゃあ一気に謎を解くべ。あの部屋で起きたことの一部始終を解明してやるって。
Ah, yes, of course. What happened in my room? And what led to Sayaka's death? That's what we need to make clear. Okay, there's a bit more though, about non-stop debates. Are you getting used to these non-stop debates? Starting with the next debate, I'll start loading multiple true bullets into your truth cylinder. But just like with the weak spots, only one of those bullets can actually refute the proper statement. In other words, from here on out, you have to combine the right true bullets with the right weak spots to refute each statement. Alright, so no more hand-holding. This is the real deal now. This is the actual, like, the main game. If you come up with the wrong combination, you'll take damage through influence gauge. You press the Q to rotate cylinder and choose which bullet to fire. Press release the Q to cycle through each bullet. or you can use the mouse wheel. By the way, if the logic difficulty is set to kind, fewer bullets will be loaded into the cylinder. For our purposes this time, the logic difficulty will be set to mean. Oh, well then good luck and have fun. Alright. I kind of wish you could look at my... can I look at my evidence? I don't know what like key to press for that. So we have multiple bullets now. Let's see, let's see the conversation first.
争いが始まった際に犯人は模擬刀を手にしたんだ。そこで最初の一撃が繰り出されたんだ。模擬刀の先制攻撃だべ。
何? Critical hit.
そこで舞園さやが殿は骨折してしまったの。
慌てて応戦をしようとしたあいつは隠し持ってた包丁を取り出したものの、それすらも犯人に奪われちゃって、
そして犯人に殺されてしまった。
これがあの部屋で起きた一部始終だべ。
If the person with the purple sword really did attack first, there's no explanation for how a certain part of the sword got damaged. Interesting.
あの部屋で
look at my... okay, weak spots. Fine, fruit bullets. Quick select. Silencer? Well, we didn't reach that part yet. Flashback? Was it flashback? Hold down, temporary... okay, that's something else actually. Those are mechanics we haven't seen yet actually. I actually want to see, like, is there a way to see our, like, actual blisters? Or I guess we don't. Or maybe we just don't. I don't know. Alright, well, this might take... what basically is that? So there's a kitchen knife set, there's a replica sword, which is the one that's just full of gold, and there's also the sheath. If you remember the sheath, there were scratches on it. So... I mean, again, I played this game before, but, like, I don't know the specifics, so I gotta, like, remember. Or, I mean, just go through the game normally, really. Just use the power of logic to, like, understand what's going on. I mean, obviously, usually when you go through the conversation at least once, then Naegi always gives a hint. So I really think it's, yeah, something to do with the sheath. So the sheath got damaged somehow. So... I think it's this one. I guess we'll see. I might be wrong. A sword-based sneak attack, eh? Wrong. There's more to it than that.
いや、最初に模擬刀の一撃があったとは考えられないんじゃないかな。
なんでだ？
模擬刀の鞘にある傷だよ。ほら、刃物で切りつけられたみたいな傷があるでしょ。
刃物って包丁だよね。現場にあった刃物って包丁だけだし。
幻想ゲームしてんじゃねえぞ。もっと分かりやすく説明しろや。
最初に模擬刀の攻撃があったとすると、鞘に包丁の傷があったことの説明がつかないんだよ。だって模擬刀で襲いかかるなら刀を鞘から抜くはずだよね。
鞘をつけたままなんぞ重くて邪魔なだけだし、威力も半減だろうからな。
いや、どうして鞘に傷が？
例えばいきなり包丁で襲われ、とっさの防御として模擬刀で受けたとしたら、刀を鞘から抜く暇なんてないわね。
つまり最初に模擬刀が使われたのは
ということは、先に襲いかかったのは包丁を持った人物だったのですな。
分かったぞ。ではこういうことだな。犯人はあの部屋を訪れた直後、そこに隠してあった包丁を見つけ、その包丁でいきなり舞園君に襲いかかったのだ。
Okay.
そこで彼女はとっさに模擬刀で応戦したが、その模擬刀すらも奪い取られてしまい、そして模擬刀の一撃で骨折させられた後、とどめに包丁で。
いいえ、模擬刀で応戦したのは舞園さんだとは考えられないの。
なんで考えられねえんだよ。
舞園さんは模擬刀を手にしていない。それは彼女の体のある部分を見ればわかるはずよ。
A part of her body that shows she never used a sword. If you wanted to use a sword, which part of your body would have to touch it? Obviously your stomach. You use the power. You just like use your like a belly button and like no. No, you probably use your hands basically to like touch the sword, I guess. He's a little confused. He's got this fear. Are you talking about the student prefect? You know, the guy that always states the obvious. I feel like. Are you talking about that guy or somebody else? Anyway, her palms. Well, you see, you know, after she got killed, before she died, she went to the sink, washed her hands, and then continued dying, right? Obviously.
どうして手のひらを見ただけでそんなことがわかるの？
さっきも言ったけど、あの模擬刀の金箔ってちょっと触っただけでもすぐ手についちゃうんだよ。実際模擬刀の柄の部分は塗装がかなり剥がれていたでしょ。きっとあの模擬刀を使った人の手に金箔がついちゃったせいだよ。
So whoever has gold hands is the culprit. Well, not really, because again, well, not Saika, you know, washing your hands, but like the person who used the sword probably washed their hands.
だからもし前園さんが模擬刀を使ってたなら、彼女の手が綺麗なままなのはおかしいんだ。
シャワールームに逃げ込んだ時に洗い流したのかも。
Yeah, that's what I was saying, sort of.
それはないよ。
どうして言い切れるのよ。私がブスだから。
いや、そうじゃなくて。
There's no way Psycho washed the gold coating off her hands because there's a certain regulation that talks about what happens in the bathrooms at nighttime. Oh, okay, I actually forgot about that. She's afraid of water. Oh no, hydrophobia. Water can't remove it, or the water is off. So yeah. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. It was because, you know, when you think of the bathroom, I thought it was only showers that was like turned off, but I guess the sink is also turned off. That's kind of weird. What if you just want to wash your hands, you know? What if you need to wash your hands before, you know, eating food or whatever? I guess you have to use the public washrooms in that case. Anyway, so I guess, yeah, the water was off. For like, at least the rooms anyway.
モノクマファイルによると、前園さんの死亡時刻は午前1時半頃だったはずだよ。つまり4時間。シャワールームの水は出ないはずでしょ。
知らなかったわ。シャワーなんて一度も浴びたことないし。
So smelly.
あんただって似たようなもんじゃない。ジャンボタニシの匂いがしてるわよ。
褒められてるの？なされてるの？
なされてんだろ、明らかに。
とにかく彼女が一度も模擬刀を手にしていないということは、つまり模擬刀を使ったのは犯人の方だったのだな。待て、だとするとその模擬刀の鞘に包丁で傷をつけたのって、
The one who damaged the sheath would have had to have been the one without the sword. Which is the killer. He took the knife and took the sheath and then hit it together, bang bang, trying to like craft like a new weapon somehow, like Minecraft. No, Psycho. Psycho's the one that attacked first, by the way.
彼女が包丁を。
だけどさ、確か最初に襲いかかったのって。
はじめに包丁を持った人物が襲いかかり、そのとっさの防御として模擬刀が使われたんだったな。
じゃあ最初に襲いかかったのも。
前園さん。
これで分かったでしょ。彼女は単なる被害者じゃなかったの。
被害者どころか、まるで自らが殺人を行おうとしていたようだな。
Nani? What a twist. What?
あいつは厨房から包丁を持ち出し、そして自分が泊まる部屋に犯人を招き入れている。さらに先に包丁で攻撃を仕掛けたのもあいつなのだとすると、
確かにむしろ加害者のような行動だ。
そういえば苗木君に部屋の交換を申し出たのは前園さんの方からでしたわね。もしかすると彼女が苗木君に部屋の交換を申し出たのは苗木君に自分の罪をなすりつけるためだったのかもしれませんわね。
前園さんが僕に。
ですがそう考えればネームプ プレートの件もしっくりきますが、彼女は標的にした人物を自分が泊まる苗木くんの部屋に呼び寄せたかった。その部屋で殺人を犯すことによって疑惑を苗木くんに向けようとしたのです。ですがそのためには部屋の交換を伏せたまま標的を呼び出さなければならなかった。標的に部屋の交換がバレてしまえば間違いなく怪しまれてしまいますからね。
そのためにネームプレートを交換したってのは。
ですがその計画は危険すぎやしませんかね。たとえ標的を殺すことに成功しても、その後苗木誠殿が部屋の交換をバラしてしまったら。
Well, you know, that's why she was, you know, really trying to like build up that trust.
それはどうかな。お人よしの苗木に埋蔵を切り捨てるような真似ができた。
You know, wasn't there that scene where she said like, you know, you'll always be on my side no matter what or whatever?
埋蔵もそう思っていたからこそ部屋の交換相手に苗木を選んだんじゃないのか。
Yes, he was the most gullible. He was the most naive.
それに彼女は超高校級のアイドルよ。冴えない苗木と国民的アイドルの前園の主張、普通ならどちらの主張を信じるかしら。
では彼女はそのことも計算に入れて。
マジかよ。
Betrayed by his own waifu. Again, it really is set up, you know. I mean, that is like a you know, pretty interesting twist. Because she really was set up to be like, I feel like the default romantic love interest or whatever in a typical dating sim. But nope, actually, it's more complicated than that, as it turns out. Haha! I don't know, I like it. I like it. This is when I really got, you know, this is when I really like, you know, this game. Because it just, there's some depth to it, you know? But anyway, we'll see. We're not done with this trial yet. I want to give my thoughts later at the end.
包丁で襲いかかった際、彼女は模擬刀の反撃を受けてしまい、そこで右手首を骨折し、包丁を落としてしまったのでしょう。
そして標的であったはずの人物によって逆に殺されてしまった。
She got reversed Uno. Oh no.
ちょっと待ってよ、そんなはずないよ。だってさ。
Okay, because I love her or something. I don't know. That's what I expect him to say. I don't think he says that.
ねえねえ、なんだか議論が脱線してない？そんなセピア色のお話なんかよりもさ、ほら早く黒を決めちゃわないと。時間切れで全員お仕置きなんてことになったら大変でしょ。
We did mention that before. There was a time limit or something.
そうだべ。まずは犯人を決めねえと。
ナイフ君、今は謎の解明に集中して。前園さんを殺した犯人を突き止めなければ全てが終わってしまうのよ。
Is it really all over? Obviously, I'm committed to finding out who killed her, but what can I do? I mean, as far as clues go, there's nothing left.